Another match against the Appeal tonight.
Another one.
That means another guarantee we walking out with these titles again.
Another one. How many times have we already walked out with these titles? 1, 2, 3. I don't even know anymore. But it doesn't matter because tonight at Extreme Measures 26, we're gonna do the same damn thing.
That's right.
And it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, we.
Tonight, PCW Extreme Measures, this is not the first time. This is not the second time. This is the third time that the Appeal has had to step into the ring with the adult dudes for the PCW Tag Team Titles. And 2 times before this, we were screwed out of the titles that rightly belong to us.
Adult dudes, for 4 months, you guys have been escaping the Appeal with your tack straps, with your tails tucked between your legs, weaseling out of every shot. The Appeal ain't gonna have it. Tonight, at Extreme Measures, this is the Appeal's last opportunity to win those championship belts. Damn it, we're not gonna wrestle you guys. You guys talk all that game about being fighters. Well, Jason Xavier and Nathan Brick are gonna take the fight to you thugs and walk out champions. But at the end of the day, the Appeal, we're gonna be on top, and it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, we.
Tell you what you gonna just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Face of greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you gonna just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Just give it a limelight. Y'all ain't ready for none like us. PCW trouble to some of you stunting tough. When your best is not enough and everything's looking rough, you gotta push past it fast, ain't no stopping when it built like us. So catch your buzz, it goes along with those that shine bright. Through sweat and blood, I pave the road that glows to limelight. And rhyme tied and fight for whatever's necessary. Not temporary, we varied, invested very rarely. No time to be sedentary, everything else is secondary. Success and nothing less is what I expect till I'm dead and buried. Nearly clearing the ceiling when I face the crowd is cheering. Never weary or fearing as we chase our adversary. Face of greatness is standing right here in front of you. So listen closely, I'ma tell you what you gonna just give it a limelight.
It's the 3-night season finale of PCW Limelight, and there's my guy right there, the Wrestling Superstar Sergio. Good grief, we got a hot mic here. Of course, these Orville plebs do not know who Sergio, the Wrestling Superstar, is. And raise your hand if you don't know who I am. I'm your host, Dr. Haywood. I'm joined by the Wrecking Paul, Big Paul Isadora, also co-host of the Going Over podcast. Big Paul, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I am fantastic. I'm fired up for this night here. There seems like there's a lot going on, a lot of exciting matchups. Can't say enough about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following great contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Uh-oh, Sergio taking issue with the new ring announcers.
Stand in the corner. You do 10 minutes, just in the corner. You two are going to get a great lesson from a professional. Now shut up and listen up. For 26 years, PCW has been running as the #1 promotion in the North State. And it's all because of people like you, so go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause.
Very generous of Sergio.
But in 26 years, you have never seen a wrestler of my competition. There has never been a wrestler that
Sergio Santana giving announcing lessons to our new announcer. But he's going to have his hands full with this competitor, a young man who has made quite a name for himself. Well, Big Paul, what can you say about a young student like All-Pro Reyno, high school athlete, gold medalist, sets personal records in shot put all the time?
Just an impressive athlete here. You know, obviously playing football, doing amateur wrestling, throwing both shot put and discus in track and field. Looks like he's got a lot of college opportunities as well. Nothing short of a premier athlete here.
No, the sky's the limit for young All-Pro Reyno, but stepping in the ring with someone who's a superstar like Sergio Santana, I mean, this guy has got Hollywood knocking on his door all the time. I mean, he's doing casting calls as well as wrestling up and down the state and across the country. I think All-Pro Reyno's got his work cut out for him.
Absolutely. I know he's been putting in a lot of time in the gym. He wrestled at 220 at one point. He's bulked up to 285.
Good grief, 285?
Just look at the legs on this kid. They look like tree trunks hanging out of his singlet.
I don't know what Mama Michelle is feeding him, and I don't know how she can afford it on food stamps, but All-Pro Reyno looking all kinds of beefy and strong, but he's in there with a record setter. Let's not forget Sergio Santana. He set a record in the Last Man Standing Rumble.
I don't think that's the type of record you'd like to hold, though.
Hey, being in the record books is being in the record books. In the meantime, Sergio not wanting to get into the ring. And hey, look at this. Look at this. He's putting his arm around the referee. Are these guys buddies? This guy, they look like they maybe go to high school together. Maybe they're scamming on chicks after the match. I don't know. Shame on them. Shame on you, Mama Reyno. Terrible parent.
I don't know what they were talking about. I'm just hoping that All-Pro Reyno was just relaying to the referee he's got nothing but good intentions in this match. He's going to wrestle this thing clean right down the middle, you know. He's going to use his amateur wrestling background to really put it to this superstar.
Referee Ramon Corzine checking Sergio, making sure he doesn't have any foreign objects. Not that a wrestler like Sergio would need to take any shortcuts. But if he did, what's wrong with shortcuts?
This ain't no playground, boy. This is not a playground.
Sergio getting distracted by the plebs. And of course, All-Pro Reyno pandering to the crowd.
Like this crowd, they think that Sergio Santana is some sort of poultry.
Oh, they're calling him chicken. That's specious. How dare they? Sergio's just feeling out his competitor.
Looks like maybe he didn't stretch out completely and maybe just realized it as he was about to lock up.
Well, you know, I keep telling these competitors they need to come to a session at DDPY with me before the match, but Very few of them take me up on it. Who wants to listen to Dr. Haywood? I'm only a certified genius. In the meantime, Ramon Corzine up to a 4 as Sergio gets back in the ring. And there we go, finally get a lockup.
Thought you were going to see the power advantage there with Reyno. Santana used his quickness.
Oh, looks like he might have got Sergio in the eye. Sergio holding his face. Yeah, he just said my eye. Referee Ramon Corzine checking his eye.
May have just been incidental contact.
Oh, come on! Oh, bro, this kid's a hooligan! Of course he meant to thumb him in the eye. I would hate to think the coach at River Valley is instilling those kind of values in his young athletes. I mean, I'm sure Zach Reeve is.
Not sure if that's a certified eye wash.
Well, you make do with what you got. It's purified water. I'm sure the young ring announcer doesn't have herpes. He hasn't been around MILF Hunter long enough to get it. Oh!
It's like All-Pro Reyno put his guard down for just a second, and the veteran status of Sergio Santana took advantage.
Well, I mean, what's the first thing they teach you in Cobra Kai? Never take your eyes off an opponent.
Words to live by there.
Yes, sir. Oh, my goodness.
Nothing like putting all of your body weight down on someone's lower back.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna mess you up, gonna make it hard to get to a vertical. Oh, what a chop!
Those chops will just knock the wind right out of you.
Yeah, they don't have those in amateur wrestling. So for all that background greats, you know, it doesn't teach you to defend against chops and kicks.
Absolutely. Obviously, no strikes allowed at all in amateur wrestling, so you have to totally change your mindset when you get into the pro wrestling ring.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think Sergio's smart enough to take advantage of that. Wow, a body slam. Sergio showing off some strength. As you said, All-Pro Reyno at 280-something.
He's using that rear end quite a bit here.
Use what your mama gave you, as they say.
It's like he's really working on that core. We saw him do that bonsai drop to the lower back, then he did it to the abdomen. Reyno fighting back a little bit here.
Reyno employing some strikes and now off the ropes.
Looked like it might have been a close fist right there.
In this contest.
Perhaps I couldn't see from this angle. The veteran Sergio, though, taking advantage. Smartly followed up All-Pro Reyno, and I don't think All-Pro Reyno was expecting Sergio to be right there when he hit those ropes.
A little misdirection there. That just shows the veteran Sergio Santana. He knows what's going on, scouted Ethan Reyno, knew he wouldn't be ready for that type of stuff.
All-Pro Reyno displaying that prodigious strength, and oh, Sergio in trouble!
Oh, a leaping lariat. 2 in a row.
And this crowd's getting behind All-Pro Reyno! Sergio doesn't know what to do. I don't think he knows where he is.
Big spine buster. This could be the beginning of the end here, Doc.
Wow. I almost thought the kid had Sergio there after that spine buster. That'll shiver your timbers. Definitely readjust your lumbar. You might be looking for that Uranagi. He's got it.
Like Santana had that scouted.
He's watched his tape. He's going to do one of his own.
Slipped out the back door. Big Uranagi.
And there it is.
And the winner of this match, All Pro, is Reyno!
I've seen him hit that Uranagi a couple dozen times, and nobody gets up from that.
Well, I gotta tell you, All Pro Reyno showing a lot of promise with victories on prospects, and now over the Wrestling Superstar Sergio Santana here in the opening contest of PCW Extreme Measures 26. I gotta tell you, can't think of a better way to open the show than with action like that. And folks, we'll be back after these messages.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
You got the plan, pull it out. To be the man, you gotta make the people shout. Here we go, hit the lights, start the show, gonna rock you into the night. I got the blueprint for success. I got the blueprint for excess. I got the blueprint. You get
All right, folks, we're back, and we've got Tag Team Championship action coming your way. And there they are, over a year champions, giving credit to the late great Bradley Run, my dear friend, your former manager. Little over a year since he passed away, a riding buddy of the dudes. And I'm sure they are gonna make my friend proud with what they do in the ring tonight.
We always gonna take over. Champion, baby. Nobody taking this from you.
Well, Big Paul, what are your thoughts as host of the Going Over podcast and water carrier for that other guy, Zach Reed? What do you think of the dudes here?
Pretty impressive. The one problem that I have is it seems like when things aren't going their way, their answer is just to turn tail and run.
Well, I mean, could one say discretion is the better part of valor? Knowing when and where to fight and when not to fight, when to walk away and retain what you got.
Absolutely. Obviously, I was mentored by Bradley Rotten as well. He gave me a real good education on pro wrestling, especially the Champion's Advantage.
Yes, sir.
These two guys, they obviously know the Champion's Advantage very well as well. So they took advantage of that. We'll see what happens this time.
Yes, sir. A lot of us sat at the learning tree of Bradley Run. That's what happens when a wrestling promotion has been around for 26 years. That knowledge of the originals getting passed down. Well, folks, here's the time to take a bathroom break because Nathan Brett likes to take his sweet-ass time to come out to the ring. Pop your... Oh! Here he is! With Jason Xavier in the appeal. Will third time be the charm for these young men? They certainly appeal to the young women in the audience if you'll pardon the pun. Anyway. Jason Xavier of American Ninja Warrior fame in the semifinals. Astonishing Nathan Brick, a former PCW InterCalifornia champion. A lot of accolades between these two young men, Paul.
Absolutely. I definitely think they've got the ammunition to take down the champs here. Just see if they can stay on the same page and get the job done tonight.
A very lively Orville crowd tonight cheering for the appeal. But this is not the popularity contest. This is gonna be a fight.
Introducing first, the team of the challengers, the astonishing Nathan Brick and the cheater, Jason Xavier. They are the appeal! And their opponents, from Northern California, the Hood Hyena, King Cash, and the Ghetto Grizzly, Big Don Stockton. They are the PCW Tag Team Champions, the Dudes!
A lot of folks gave out some middle fingers. It seems like Dickie Dakin packed the audience for his match in 2 weeks against the PCW champion, Bad News Blakesley. And of course, they do not like the Dudes because they feel arsonist, with the help of his partners, cheated Dickie Dakin out of that Prospects Championship. But now it's the PCW Tag Team Titles on the line. Will third time be the charm for the appeal? Sorry, Doc.
A little jaw jacking going on here.
Oh my goodness! And these guys get right to business.
Referee Karina Kyle's got to get some. She's got to get in between these guys.
This match hasn't even started. Oh my goodness! Tandem offense by breaking Gina. Now Karina ringing the bell.
Trying to make sure we have one in and one out there before she can get this like a wheelbarrow, I don't know, some sort of bomb to the lower back there.
Man, these guys doing crazy moves, even maybe none of them know what they are.
That looks like just aggressive offense right there. He threw his neck right onto those cable ropes.
That's all you need. Keep it simple, stupid. You don't gotta be flashy. Look at how Don Stockton just completely changed the complexion of this match.
With these fans who stand in front, they don't realize that they make a better door than a window here.
Yeah, folks. Trying to figure out where they're supposed to sit in the meantime. King Cash doing the honors on Jason Xavier, the cheetah.
Chest and Inseguri. Only got a 1 count though. Still early in the match here.
Yeah, very athletic maneuvers like that may pop the fans, but you gotta hit right on the mark to do some serious damage with moves like that.
I think King Cash might have put his thumb in Jason Xavier's eye right there.
I'm sure it was just incidental contact. And now, King Cash, Ghetto Grizzly, and Don Stockton taking advantage of King Cash. Nathan Briggs should know better.
Nathan Briggs just missed the tag there.
Yeah, tried in desperation to save his partner. The dude's isolating Jason Xavier, only a 2 count there. Jason Xavier been giving me vibes of the model Ring Martel though, but with half the class since he teamed up with Nathan Brick. Don Stockton though making sure that quote-unquote movie star good looks getting a little bust up there. Swing and a miss. Oh!
Modified sidewalk slam. Stockton caught him and then he jumped way out.
Jason Xavier looking like he's in some serious trouble right now.
Not sure if you noticed earlier, but Nathan Briggs switched sides of the corner and then they went to the opposite rope where he could have potentially made a tag.
Well, it just shows they haven't been listening to the Going Over podcast, but right now it doesn't seem to matter. Oh! Nobody home for Jason Xavier.
Looks like he was building a little momentum, got a little ahead of himself, went for a splash. Don Stockton had it scouted. Oh, hard Irish whip across the ring into that buckle. As you know, it's just a little bit of padding on top of a steel eye bolt.
Yes, sir. I've even done some time in the ring and felt those. And after that modified sidewalk slam, you've got to imagine Jason Xavier just in all kinds of pain. The back is like the hub for every nerve in your body.
5 minutes have elapsed in this contest.
You're going to be feeling it in all of your extremities, in your head, in your neck.
Don Stockton going for a superplex here.
And that might finish it for Xavier, but he's fighting out a bit. My goodness, what kind of elevation!
it over to his corner. Nathan Brick's ready for this tag. He's trying to get the fans behind. Jason Xavier
dragging himself. He's got the tag, but so did Don Stockton. And Nathan Brick, a house of fire, my God. Brick Breaker!
Oh, Don Stockton was able to get in and break up that pinfall. That could have been a victory right there for the appeal.
I thought that was it.
Are saying it's over. So they might be taking a little too much time.
What?
Lackadaisical cover there, wouldn't you say, Doc? He definitely didn't put all of his body weight across on that lateral press.
Oh, come on, Paul, you obsess over covers. He just gives the cash out. They shouldn't have had to do nothing. Nathan Brick should have been on Street. What's this? Jason Xavier getting involved from outside, grabbing Don Stockton. What is he doing?
Oh, King Cash just walked into a lariat.
Both men out on the mat. What is going on? Jason Xavier going up here to high-risk territory.
Hopefully he doesn't close on himself on that string of lights up there.
Nathan Brick going up to a flying elbow. Leg drop from the top.
And the winners of this match, PCW Tag Team Champions, Jason Xavier and Nathan Brick, the appeal!
Doc, I hate to play devil's advocate here, but I'm sure the dudes are going to have a little bit of argument here with how long the appeal was able to be in the ring right there.
I cannot believe Karina Kyle allowed this travesty of justice to happen. The double teaming, the blatant cheating by the appeal. These wee-wee heads.
Definitely not going to disagree there.
This is criminal. You can't. That's why I sit here with the Dr. Haywood was right jar. It's full of dollars and cents. I think the dudes may need to take this up with the board, and I think we might need to see a rematch of Road to Extreme, or Extreme Aftermath in Red Bluff. I'm so upset at this, I can't even see straight. Folks, we'll be back after this. This is disgusting. I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, man. Have to cut it out.
Well, we did it. We finally did it. The adult dudes, they tried to cheat once again, but the appeal came out on top.
We told you guys we didn't come here to wrestle, we came here to bring the fight, and that's exactly what the appeal did, and look what happened, we came out on top as the brand new PCW Tag Team Champions. Because at the end of the day, doesn't matter who it is, the appeal is on top in 1, 2, 3, we.
All right, folks, we're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a time limit of 15 minutes and is for the PCW InterCalifornia Championship.
Well, I gotta tell you, Big Paul, I am excited for this match. Originally, it was supposed to be the top shot of it. When a conflict came up, the Dynamite Division champion, the bad boy Boyce LeGrande, stepped in and, you know, I made an error, a rare error, and I did not ask him how many days he's been holding that championship. I think we might be in 4,000-day territory.
And just remind me, what promotion is that championship from?
You know, it doesn't matter. He's got the belt.
I don't know if he's defending the title or is he just wearing it. What's going on here? I see that he's wearing it everywhere he goes, but I don't know if I've seen him defend it.
He defended it at the Stockton Pickle Fest against that smarmy little punk, the national treasure Rayshon Prince, who the last King Manny Roa drugged out of this company for me. Thank you, Manny. But we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about this man, the master of athleticism, Boyce LeGrande, Dynamite Division champion, taking on the DarkFox Olumide for the InterCalifornia Championship. And I gotta tell you, what an amazing clash of styles that's gonna be. The veteran Boyce LeGrande against the extremely athletic DarkFox Olumide.
Absolutely. Look for Boyce LeGrande to slow down the tempo here. Try to snuff out that high intensity offense of Olumide.
Definitely Boyce's specialty, slowing things down. He likes to take his time, make his opponents fight on his time. But he will have trouble keeping time with the DarkFox high-paced, high-impact offense from an extremely mobile athlete. Or not so mobile. Is Olumide playing some kind of mind game here?
I don't know. You would think that maybe he might be playing possum. I see one crutch. Maybe he's got a back injury. Who knows?
He's not even using that right. I mean, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a different kind of doctor, but I smell chicanery here.
Oh, it looks like that left quadricep is wrapped up pretty heavily.
Well, I can wrap lots of things very heavily. It doesn't mean anything's hurt.
Oh, you know, as much time as Olumide puts in the gym, I got to assume he was probably trying to squat well over 600-700 pounds.
Now
and
that's
he
just
tweaked his knee. Who knows?
Well, folks, don't hurt yourself in the gym. Go to powercuff.com. Live smarter, not harder.
Ladies and gentlemen, I inform you, as you can tell, the DarkFox is on the man, and the DarkFox is injured. Look, as your champion,
What does that mean? Are you wrestling or not?
as your champion, it is my job to defend this championship.
Okay, then let's go.
But unfortunately, I'm not able to do that tonight.
Boyce taking the belt. He's finally got the Christmas colors.
I don't think a title can change hands like that, can it?
Well, he's saying Olumide forfeits. I mean, if anyone would know, referee Sparky Ballard would know.
Just because I can't defend that championship doesn't mean you are champion. As the champion, I can choose somebody that is very fitting to replace me.
There's good clarification right there.
Can he? Someone look in the
We all
rule
know
book.
who he is, and we all know his name, and it is this man.
Well, this just got very interesting. The last OG of the Rotten family. The Minister of Violence. Propane.
Well, it looks like Boyce LeGrande, he wanted a shot at that title. Not sure if he wants to have to wrestle Propane in order to get that title.
Can he do that though? I mean, is that in the rules? You're the expert on that, Big Paul.
Well, you know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, from Reyno, California, he has been the Dynamite Division Champion for 3,718 days and counting. The Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrande!
3,718 days and counting.
From Oroville, California, the last OG, the hardcore icon, the Rotten Legacy, Propane!
Boyce LeGrande starting it off early, but Propane's got him. Rear waistlock.
German suplex.
Such a dangerous maneuver.
Forearm sounded like a sledgehammer that he brought to the ring right there.
Yeah, it did. Boyce LeGrande definitely did not prepare for Propane. Very different kind of opponent than Olumide, and oh my goodness, what a chop.
That could stop your heart right there.
Yes, sir. Another big time chop from Propane off the ropes. Oh my God!
High sidewalk slam.
Wisely, Boyce gonna roll out of the ring.
Not sure if he rolled out of the ring or he just fell out of the ring. I can imagine just how much pain he's in right now. That big sidewalk slam.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Not that these two haven't faced each other before.
I don't know if you've ever got the wind knocked out of you, but that's the look that Boyce LeGrande has on his face right now. He's sucking wind for sure.
Well, it's definitely happened, but not in a long time. The last time it happened, a midget kicked me in the balls. Trying to suplex Boyce outside. Oh my gosh!
Modified brainbuster.
Referee Sparky Ballard checking on both men. Sparky telling them to get it in the ring.
I know Boyce wants to win that title bad, but spiking a man on his head on the outside, that's not the way to go about it. We got to get this action back in the ring. That's the only way where you can really win this title.
Oh my goodness! Boyce just rocketing Propane's head off the ring apron. I'm amazed Propane got some fight back in. It might have just pissed him off. Olumide there in the front row, giving his approval to Propane.
See, Propane's walking around like his back is hurting. I'm assuming dropped on his head. Maybe it compressed the spine a little bit. Boyce caught him coming in the ring.
Ooh! Boyce LeGrande reputed to have perhaps the stingingest jobs in NorCal.
We call that returning the favor, giving a receipt,
yes,
etc. I'm sure you're going to say Boyce was just checking the tightness of that turnbuckle.
No, Boyce is taking every advantage. He's going to test Sparky Ballard's patience. He's a ring general. He's got to account for it. He's going to use that.
Not sure if you saw that kick, but he ripped downward with that kick motion. I think he's trying to cauliflower that left ear.
Yeah, your ear you do damage to that ear, it's going to mess up your balance. Striking the back of the head, the occipital protuberance of the medulla oblongata back there.
That's the exact reason that they've disallowed rapid punches in the MMA world.
Well, this ain't MMA. Dana White, one of the few people who can afford me. Oh, jeez!
Turned him inside out.
Oh, and Propane doing the Peter Griffin pose there on the mat. Oh, I think he might have just joined Bradley Rotten up in heaven. He knocked his soul straight out of his body.
He barely got that right shoulder off the mat. Referee Sparky Ballard might well check on him, see if he's still conscious.
He might be suffering a concussion. You know, athletes work on instinct. And Boyce continuing to work the back of the head. It's like he wants to give him a concussion.
5 minutes have elapsed in this contest.
He's just burying that shoulder into the gut right there. Trying to push all that wind out of his lungs.
Well, at Boyce LeGrande's age and experience level, he knows better than anyone how much the athletes need oxygen. Oh, no!
Not out of dodge.
Propane showing some signs of life again.
Got a burst of adrenaline right there. Propane looks like he's on Dream Street though. Not to harp on this subject, but he definitely did not put all of his weight across those shoulders on the lateral press. I'm sure you didn't see that coming.
Oh, I definitely saw it coming. We know how big Paul harps on getting that cover, sinking the leg in deep, hooking it. But no, even after a world's strongest slam, Boyce getting that shoulder up. And Boyce going outside again.
ring. He's just gathering his senses. I think he's got a lot of cobwebs in that head right now. He got dropped on his head a couple times.
Well, we gotta wonder in this matchup, is Propane operating with the champion's advantage? Will he walk out of here with the championship if he decides to take a count out?
It's a great question. Sparky Balor's trying to get this count out here. Get Boyce LeGrande back in the ring.
Well, you gotta say it's a good thing we do have Sparky Ballard here, one of the best referees in the business. Propane breaking up the count. Oh! Boyce was gonna go for that crutch. Olumide getting involved. And now Propane got the crutch, swinging a miss.
Sparky Ballard's got to stop him here. He's got to let him know this is going to be a disqualification if he hits him with this crutch.
Sparky Ballard got the crutch back after some concerted effort, handing it to new ring announcer in training, crossing the no man. Oh, Boyce got the pin. What happened? What happened?
I might have missed another Sparky Ballard took that crutch away to the
PCW InterCalifornia Champion, the Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrande.
Well, I guess you got your wish, Doc. Now he's got the Christmas-colored belts.
Well, it was Boyce's wish. Rubbing it in Olumide's face now. Like I wish it wasn't at the cost of Propane. Olumide using Propane as the sacrificial lamb, so he didn't have to face Boyce. Clearly facing it and faking an injury because he knew Boyce was gonna beat him. That's what's going on here. But Boyce still walking away with that victory. Well, folks, we saw two titles change hands tonight. What'll happen next week? You're gonna want to stay tuned for the Wrecking Ball. Big Paul and Medora. Dr. Haywood telling you to take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. We'll see you back next week for more PCW Limelight from Extreme Measures 26, the three-part season finale.
Woo! The bad boy does it again. As you can see, he walked in Dynamite Division Champion, but walks out InterCalifornia Champion. Double champion, 2 belts. I keep collecting. Olumide, you know what, my man? You couldn't get the job done. You tried to throw me a curveball with Propane. You forget, I know all about Propane. Remember, I'm the one that pulled him out of the DJ booth. And when it was all said and done, you see, I walk away with all the gold. The bad boy keeps moving on. PCW, I'm taking over. It's time to go party! Woo!
much better than the rest. You use your amazing computer to bring wrestling to the poor. Won't you please use your genius to ending all war? You make us limelight and then everything's alright. We just gotta subscribe, comment, share and like. Thank you, Dr. Haywood, you really are the best. Thank you, Dr. Haywood, so much better than the rest. Wrestling used to suck till you came along, and now we're all here to sing this song. Thank you, Dr. Haywood, you really are the best. Thank you, Dr. Haywood, so much better than the rest.